tell me big picture, what does Hennessey Digital do? And then the fun part is, how are you different from those other legal SEO agencies?
And I always like to say this, and I would say this if you were not on the call, Chris, but if and there's probably like about 5 of us, right? But usually if I get on a call with somebody and it's like, hey, listen, it's between you guys and rankings and Law Rank and Consult Webs, you know what I mean? Like a couple of them, right? I'll just name a couple of them, right? I'm like, if you've narrowed it down to like those 5, I'm like, you've done a pretty good job of due diligence. You know what I mean? Now it really comes down to like preference, personality, and so, and I genuinely mean that, you know what I mean? In fact, I've thrown you some leads, you've thrown me some leads, you know what I mean? We're very friendly. And so, what makes us different? I think it's very similar to probably the stuff that makes you guys different. We learn from our mistakes. The mistakes that you guys make, might be a little different from the mistakes that I've made, right? And so, but the clients that sign up with us today really benefit from 24 years of me doing SEO, right? And knowing what not to do, most importantly, right? And then knowing what to do as kind of like a second advantage. And that's the same, from a pay-per-click perspective, right? It's one thing if you just hire somebody that's never been in legal and you're running a pay-per-click budget with them, you're going to spend a lot of money to learn which negative keywords that you need to add, right? Versus like if you've been running millions and millions of dollars in pay-per-click and you're taking all of those negative keywords and the advantages and you're applying it to a new client, boy, are they going to save a lot of money, right? So that's really it. We got great people, we've got good systems and processes, and we get pretty good results. We're not perfect, right? But as long as we're honest and we have integrity, and that's another thing too. I know you don't go to a lot of the conferences like I used to do. I don't go as much as more, these days. But like I can confidently walk around a conference and not have to hide behind like a wall because this person's coming and I ripped this person off, right? I don't even think there's one thing bad about me online, you know what I mean? And I take great pride in my character and my reputation,
Yeah, that's great. That's great. Yeah. And those there's so many nuances to SEO and to search engine marketing. And I appreciate what you said about the negative keywords, but it's also just what keywords to bid on too that convert, right? After you have so much economies of scale. So let's just let's have a little fun. Let's go through some of these. It's not a Venn diagram style for me here with the 3 circles, but I've got a handful of categories. Let's just start with content. The first part, AI, it's easier to produce content. Where's the content strategy lie with AI kind of eating up top of the funnel? Just overall thoughts on what's good content.
Yeah. And there's still so many people that's scared of AI. I'm not. I don't think you are either. I think if it helps satisfy the intent of a search and it could be written in a little bit more sophisticated manner using real data, I don't think it's a bad thing. We're doing a lot of experimentation with AI. I wouldn't say like we're 100% AI. I think it's important to make sure that human beings are kind of doing a lot of the editing. But we are certainly using AI, to try to get competitive advantages. And AI is not like a new thing. I mean, you've got tools like Surfer SEO and stuff that's kind of been using AI for a long time, we're doing a lot of experimentation. I think I'm pretty shocked at the results of the experimentation that we're doing. I'll just say it, like I have a site called motorcycleaccidentlawyer.com that is 100% AI. Now I hope nobody from Google watches this and like goes in and slaps that site. But it's we're building out a massive website that's going to have a motorcycle accident lawyer page for every small city in America. And we're going to drive strong links to it, and it's 100% AI, right? So like I'll just kind of put that out there. But then I wouldn't be so bold to do that for all of my clients. You know what I mean? I wouldn't just kind of take that approach. like our clients, I think we're doing a little bit of it. It just depends on the comfort level of clients too. You know what I mean? Like we're doing some of it. I think, AI is a good tool when you have keywords that are not that, like when it's not that competitive and there's not that much search volume and you just want to kind of scatter a lot of content. I think that's a good strategy. But if you're really going after like an Atlanta car accident lawyer phrase, I think that's a little different,